and today I'm going to share with you 3 powerful tips for supercharging your manifestations. Okay. If you're watching live, go ahead and say hi in the chats. Otherwise, let's just dig right into this. Okay. Um, Manifesting can be super beneficial and super fun and super easy. However, a lot of times we get in our own ways and we don't even realize it. Okay. So the first tip that I have for you guys today is to do the mindset work. Okay. And basically, mindset is just your attitude and thoughts and feelings towards either a specific subject or just kind of like life in general. And so a lot of times you'll hear like in the learning or educational area, like fixed mindset versus growth mindset, right? Do you think everything's just an innate ability or talent, or do you feel like things can be learned? Okay, so that's one example. What we're talking about here, though, is what are your thoughts, memories, feelings around the things you are manifesting? Okay, that's the first step, is to really dig deep into that. And the way you do that is to pay attention to those things, reflect on why you're having those thoughts or feelings, and then being able to clear out, to remove those barriers, those negative thought patterns that are keeping you from manifesting the things you want. And I'm going to use money as an example because I feel like money is just universal. Most people on their vision boards or law of attraction or manifestation or your goals revolve around having more money. Okay. So, working through mindset, right? Paying attention to what are your thoughts about money? What are your memories about money? What are your beliefs about money? Because here's what might happen. Okay. In your vision board or manifestation or whatever, you might say, like, you know, I am a millionaire, right? But if your beliefs, if the way like you grew up knowing things about or learning about the world says otherwise, for example, um, people who have a lot of money are greedy, right? That's going to change the way you feel about money. And so when you look at your manifestation of I am a millionaire, your brain's going to be like, oh, are you also greedy? And then your mind's going to go, no, I'm not really greedy. So I guess I don't really need to be a millionaire, right? And so your thoughts are canceling that out. So what we need to do is we need to do the mindset work. You need to do the mindset work, whether that is reading books, getting a coach or a mentor or a community. You need to work through those and remove those barriers. Because the biggest thing about manifestation is believing that it will come to you. And if you don't believe it, it's not going to work. If you don't have the attitude that it will happen, it's not going to work. So that's why the very first one is doing the mindset work. Okay. And if you're like, I don't even know how to get started with that, put it in the comments. I'll give you some first steps, or I'll do another video on how to get started with the mindset work. Okay. The second one, and this kind of goes with mindset work, is start small. Okay. And this seems counterintuitive. Like, Brittany, I'm trying to supercharge my manifestations, not like limit them. But again, this is all about thoughts and attitudes and belief. Okay. So if you put on your manifestation board, I make $1 million in a year or whatever, and you're probably not going to believe that. Okay. Your brain is going to be like, that's not realistic. It's going to go to the how. How are you going to do that? How would you do that? How would you do that? You can't do that. So start small. Start small. Maybe it's not, I make $1 million. Maybe it's, I make an extra $100 a month. Okay. That's more believable. That's like, oh, I could do a side gig. I could babysit for 2 nights a week and I can make that. Okay. The how doesn't really matter with manifestations. That's a whole other topic. But our brains tend to go to how. And so sometimes we need to have that work for us, not against us. Okay. So start small. Start with, I'm going to have an extra $200 coming into me a month. Right. And then when you see those things start to come in, that's going to build up your belief. Wow, I got a random check in the mail. I wasn't expecting that. Awesome. That's what I manifested, right? And then you do it again and again and again, and you can increase that amount little by little by little. Okay. Because here's the thing, if you can manifest $1, you can manifest $100 or 1,000 or 10,000 or 1,000,000. However, what is your belief going to allow you? Where does your belief put a limit on it and saying, like, that's unrealistic? That's not going to happen. And as you practice and as you build these increments of things, that amount, that limit is going to slowly disappear, right? Especially when you're doing the mindset work that was in step 1 and you're doing this, right? And your steps are going to start really small, but you can get bigger and bigger and bigger, like larger gaps, right? Because you could manifest $1 easily. I found $1 on the sidewalk walking into, I had to get my fingerprints done. So walking into the police station, I found $1 on the sidewalk. If you can manifest $1, you can manifest 100, you can manifest 1,000, so on and so on. But what is your mind going to believe? Start there. And as you do your mindset work, right, that belief system, that limit on your belief is going to, like, the ceiling's going to get higher and higher and higher. Okay, until you can manifest those large amounts. All right, and the third one is to use affirmations and essential oils. And the reason I'm adding this in is because the affirmations help with that mindset work, right? When we notice a negative thought pattern come up, right? Like, how are you going to do that? You need something, or like, rich people are greedy, and you say, no, cancel, clear that out. I don't believe that anymore. You need something to replace that with, right? So having an affirmation that you can turn to and say, no, this is my new belief, is going to be powerful. Okay. And a lot of people say affirmations, but they don't necessarily believe it. And so there's just a lot of, like, trendiness around that, and I get that, but it's all about using affirmations in a way that's going to work for you, not just another quote or another sentence, right? And so actually, in my community, I'm doing a training this Thursday all about crushing your manifestation goals using enhanced affirmations. Okay, so how can we take our affirmations and have it not just be a quote card? Right? Not just a quote that you're like, oh, that's cute, but like actually being able to anchor it in. Okay. So that we can use those affirmations to change your mindset and to supercharge your manifestations. Are you seeing how, like, all these pieces are fitting together? Totally geeking out here. Okay. And then, of course, I said the oils too, and using, like, pure oils, like, save high quality, because they actually, aromas go straight to the, like, survival part of our brain, right? The emotions part of our brain. And it can trigger instant survival responses, right? Like if you smell rotting food, you instantly, like, get that gag reflex because that scent triggers in your brain. Don't eat this, right? This will make you sick. Okay. And it helped keep us alive. And it has the opposite effect, right? It's still instantaneous, but like if you walk into a house and you smell baking cookies or cinnamon rolls, you're like, oh, home, cozy, relaxed. Okay. So with high quality essential oils and your affirmations and doing all this mindset work, it just actually raises your vibration, your energy, right? Your state of being, that feeling, right? It enhances all of those, taps into your emotions. And when we pair all those things together, all the mindset work, starting small, making things believable, saying affirmations, and combining the oils, that is what's going to like send your manifestation powers through the roof. Okay. They all kind of tend to work together, right? All right. Now that I've totally like word vomited on you and like totally geeked out, if you have any like comments or questions, throw them in the chat. I'll try to circle back around. Otherwise, you guys have the best day.